You are now tuned in with Trophie. Go Trophie. We can laugh, crack jokes, be open. Go Trophie. Only with Trophie.
Hey Tro Squad, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a mommy Q&A. I'm going to be answering all of you guys' questions about motherhood. I asked you guys on Instagram yesterday to send me all of your mommy questions. It's just going to be strictly mommy related questions. So I think this is gonna be a long one because I got a lot of questions and I'm gonna try to answer all of them. The first question is, what are things you wanted to do but now that you have kids seem impossible? And that was a really good question. I was surprised because that's from Jordan, y'all. Y'all know Jordan, my best friend. Usually when I do these type of videos, he always asks me something crazy, but that was a good one. Some things that I want to do or wanted to do but now seem impossible. It's just regular everyday things that kind of feel impossible. Like yesterday I wanted to go to brunch with the boys, but Terrell was having a little attitude and I just kind of felt overwhelmed. Like, it's just small stuff that I want to do just in every, like going to the gym. When I have the kids, of course I can't go to the gym. I can't leave my kids by themselves. Just like regular stuff, going to the nail shop. You know, when you're like by yourself, you don't have to think about things like that. But when you have kids, you have to think about every little thing you do. You literally have to plan everything. I remember when I was single, I could just go here, go there. No, I gotta be like, what time is nap time? Does he have a bottle? Does he need a snack? It's just a little bit more difficult. This question is from Leisha Baby, and her, I think they're married husband, they have a YouTube channel. She says, do you have a solid routine for you and the babies? Not solid, but it's pretty much the same every day. It's a little flexible. I have them go to sleep every single night at 8:30. During the day, Travell's nap times aren't so strict. I just give him naps whenever I feel like he's becoming cranky or something, or if he's been up for more than 3 hours, then I'll give him a nap. But other than that, that's about as strict as our schedule. And then in the morning, I make sure that the boys wake up at around 7 to start getting Terrell ready for school. And then on the weekends, they still wake up around 7 o'clock in the morning. That's just the time that they wake up. But other than that, that's about as much schedule as we have. How do you manage your time to get things done? I love ya. I try to get stuff done during nap time. Thankfully, I haven't been in that sleepy mode for about a month or so. I was just going to sleep and taking naps when Travell napped, so not much was getting done. But now that I'm kind of like starting to feel like myself, I took this next one out now. I think I am like really seeing a difference, especially like in my energy level. I'm starting to feel like myself again. So during nap times, I do things like film videos and clean up and things like that. But most times I be struggling. I really need to get back on track, but I'm slowly starting to get back there. How do you get your children to listen to you without yelling? I don't know. I don't know. Terrell, that boy tries you. You have to repeat yourself over and over again, and once you yell, that's when he'll finally do it. I started doing like a countdown method with him, and it works sometimes. But most of the times I have to raise my voice. Or if I like make a really serious face at him, then he'll listen sometimes. I've really been struggling in the area of discipline, but thank God their dad is back home, so that helps a little bit, but that's something I'm working on myself. And the other question they have is, how do you deal with temper tantrums? Like I said, start doing the countdown method. We just decided to stop popping. We were doing pops like for Terrell, we were doing pops, but me and Terrell talked about it and we said we don't want to get in the habit of doing that and teaching him like when he does something wrong that he needs to get hit, you know? So we started doing the countdown method and timeout, and then just like I have a bad habit of doing it, repeating myself over and over again. Like Terrell will listen to Big Terrell right away, but me, I'm trying to get out the habit of repeating myself over and over again. So the first time after I say something, if he don't listen, then he goes to timeout. And this is literally something that I just started implementing, so I'm still like working with it and everything. I know I saw a video that said like kids are supposed to have timeout depending on how old they are, so his timeout would be like 2 minutes. I did that a couple times and I don't know. It's just still something I'm working with. How is this 2-year-old phase going for you? Do you agree with gentle parenting? I don't know what exactly gentle parenting is, but from the sounds of it, what's gentle parenting like? I guess it's gentle parenting, not no spankings and stuff, because that's what we just started transitioning to. But the 2-year-old phase, it's not that bad. Like now he's starting to communicate more, so it's easier to understand him, and he understands right from wrong. Like he's just so funny. Like the other day, he was trying to get snacks, and he loves his snacks. And he used to like have little tantrums when he wasn't able to get snacks, but now if I say no, he'd be like, no, and then he'll put it back, okay. So that's his new thing. He'll be like, no, okay. So he's starting to listen a little bit more, but he does have his little tantrums. You have to be very, very patient at this stage. You have to remember that they are learning. They're little kids, they're little babies, you know, they're still haven't even been on the earth for that long. So they're learning right from wrong. They're learning their emotions, and you have to like really think about that, because I know I used to be impatient and like, you know, do this, do that. And you can't expect them to know everything and to be like toddlers when they're throwing their tantrums and everything. They have really big emotions. So how you may react to something at your grown age, you know how to control your emotions and how to regulate them. So every time you get mad, you're not gonna scream and hit and cry, because you know that that's what this emotion is, but they're still learning that. So that's why everything is more extreme with them. So you have to just kind of remember that and pick your battles. That's what me and Terrell both learned to do, because sometimes it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna let this go. Especially with Terrell starting to be independent now. He wants to do everything. He wants to put on his own socks, his own shirt, and if you're in a rush or whatever, he will like put up a fight, and he wants to do things his way. And I think that's, instead of me you know, being upset about it and just like, come on, we gotta go, we gotta rush, like we gotta get somewhere, I'm like, it's not even that serious. Getting where we need to be on time. He needs to learn how to do these things, and he wants to be independent, and that's a great trait for him to have. And I want to strip that away just because of my own selfish adult stuff. How do you get Terrell to sit on the potty and wait? He like right now he knows pretty much. He pretty much got potty training under control. When he first went, I would just like let him watch TV while he peed on the potty, and he'll just sit there. He wouldn't be concerned. So let them do something they like doing, or like play with his iPad or whatever. So that's how we did in the beginning. So when he first started being potty trained, he used to sit on the potty for a long time. Like it could be 30 minutes just chilling, just so he can get comfortable with being on the potty. But now he pees on the potty, he gets up instantly. Like that boy pees so fast. And then of course, if he has to do number 2, then he'll sit. He knows what to do now. So what do you do for energy besides coffee? Coffee literally does not help me anymore. I kind of starting to feel that way. Like coffee is not as strong as it used to be when I first started drinking coffee. But for energy, that's basically all I do. Oh, and I've been starting to drink more water. Usually water is the answer for a lot of things, like feeling like when you're feeling sleepy and low energy, you need water. Everything, you need water. You want to clear your skin, you need water. Water really helps. But right now, that's about it. Potty training process and tips. I need help. My son will be 2 in August. I will be making a separate video all about that. I just wanted to give myself time and to like really do the potty training before I make a video, because how can I, you know, give tips and stuff if I haven't even finished. But Terrell's about, I say 80% potty trained, because he still has accidents every now and then, but not like every day, not constant. Like this boy he's doing so well. I'm so proud of him. But the only thing is, we did go back to pull-ups at night because he still, you know, wets the bed and everything. And I just feel like it's not teaching him, because at first I was like, I'm just gonna go straight, no underwear. But he still wets the bed. He doesn't get up at night, so that's not really teaching him anything but to sleep in his pee, you know. So that's why we went back to pull-ups. But other than that, I say he's like almost fully potty trained. So that's coming very soon. Do you recommend baby proofing a house? Yes, I do. But did I actually do it? No. We did it at the old apartment with the cabinets and everything. And I probably need to definitely do it with those kitchen cabinets. But my kids, they savages. They just get into everything and they do everything. And if they hurt themselves, they'll get back up. But The only thing that I have concern about is just the kitchen cabinets. The only other area that I have concern with in the house is the stairs, because now Travell is starting to want to crawl up the stairs. So yes, definitely baby proof your house. Be a more responsible parent than I am. I just need to get better baby proofing. I saw something about magnets. I need to look them up, because whenever I baby proofed the other apartment, the ones that we had, like, they would break and he was still getting to the cabinets. Terrell, how often do you get me time? What is that? What is this me time you speak of? I've never heard of it. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it smells like. I don't know what it tastes like. What is this me time? Okay, let me stop. I don't get me time very often, y'all. I could get me time. Like, I could take the kids over to mom's house and leave them for, like, spend the night and everything. We did that one time, and I just need to do it more often. But I just be wanting to have my kids. I be having mom guilt. I don't want to put my kids on anyone, but I know that I need me time. Lately, since Terrell's been here, I've been able to, like, dip off, go to the store, and just, y'all, going to the store by yourself is amazing. Like, it just feels so I feel so fancy. But yeah, I don't get me time very often, but I have decided to put that in my schedule because I know I definitely need it. What techniques do you have to help my 2-year-old talk more? She says a couple of words, but she mostly makes noises. First of all, definitely talk to your pediatrician. Like, that should be the first person you always talk to about anything. Anytime you have a question about anything, don't be afraid. That's what they're there for. And then tips that I have is just to talk more. Every time I answer that question, I would just be like, talk to them more. But you have to talk to them more because that's how they're exposed to language, exposed to more words. I noticed that Terrell now, he repeats after everything I say, like, and he hears how I talk and uses it in the same context. So if he does something, I'll be like, oh, that's so awesome, or good job. And then later on, I'll see him picking up on it and using it a different, like, in the same way, like, wow, good job, after he does something right or uses the restroom or anything. So lately, I've just been trying to just talk more to him and use words in different ways. So instead of me always saying, good job, now I'm saying awesome or wow. And you just have to talk to them a lot. Like, don't talk to them like they're little babies. Don't use baby talk ever. I don't think I've ever used baby talk because that's just pointless. You don't want them to be like, oh, I want my baba. No, you bottle. And whenever Terrell was taking his little class, they did say to, whenever you're like having an object or something, brush. You want the brush? Ooh, are you brushing your hair with the brush? Ah, I love this. Like, you can just say stuff over and over, repeat it, and be intentional when you're talking and talk to them, and just use every opportunity you can to talk. Like, when we walk up the stairs, we count up the stairs. Just anything he's doing. Wow, thank you. Pass me the fork. Thank you for the fork. Oh, thank you for the knife. Ooh, spoon, thank you. Do you want to eat? Do you want some water? Do you want some juice? Ooh, this is orange juice. Like, you have to talk like that. It may sound like you may feel like a crazy person, but the more you talk, the more language, the more you expose your child to language, the better, you know? Any tips on getting toddlers to brush their teeth, tongue without the extra drama? Oh my goodness, y'all, Terrell is so dramatic when it comes to brushing his teeth. He doesn't like for me to brush his teeth. We have a fight every single day because he always be like, teeth, teeth, teeth. And then he'll want the toothbrush. He'll want me to put the toothpaste on the toothbrush for him, but he just wants to suck the toothpaste off of the toothbrush. And whenever I'm trying to do it, it's like, no. I used to give him his own toothbrush and then let him, and then I'll brush it, and it helped a little bit. But now I'm just like, no, I'm about to brush your teeth first, and then I'll let you use it. And yes, it's still a lot of drama. I think it's gonna be drama regardless. It just depends on what kind of kid you have. And my kid is very dramatic. And did y'all see that? Did y'all see that little peek right there? Yeah, I got on my sweats. YouTube life. How did you prepare yourself mentally with your first pregnancy? I was just like, I'm doing this. I'm not gonna get rid of my baby. So I guess I'm gonna be a mama. Let me watch a whole bunch of videos. I'm doing this. How do you make the boys sleep in one room without the other one waking up the other one? I'm gonna make a video about this. Somebody actually sent me a DM and they gave me like a freaking rundown outline of the video. So since I'm filming videos, more sit down videos, which I'm gonna be doing more of, just to let you guys know, more content videos, more mommy videos. So if you have any recommendations or ideas for videos, leave them down below. So since I'm doing this now, I will be filming that video as well as the potty training video, all about room sharing, my tips and tricks and everything. But it's pretty simple. Basically, all I do is just throw them in there and just run away. How and when did you transition from formula to regular milk? With Terrell, I transitioned him from formula to regular milk when he turned 12 months, and I'm gonna do the same with Travell when he turns 12 months. And maybe about a week or so, I'm gonna start introducing Travell to almond milk, and that's basically all I did. I just started introducing it just a little bit, and then once that 12-month mark hit, it's just no more formula, because I'm so happy when I don't have to pay for formula no more. That stuff is too expensive to be going over the time. They say 12 months, that's all they need, that's all they're getting. And Terrell, when he transitioned from formula to regular milk, he just did just fine, because the almond milk tastes good. It's kind of sweet, right? I think almond milk is a little sweet, so they like it. So the transition, I think, for Travell is gonna be pretty easy too, because when he transitioned from his old formula to his new formula, he ain't had no issues. So I think he'll be fine with the almond milk. How's the planning coming for Travell's party? I haven't planned anything, y'all. Nothing. Actually, I need to start writing stuff down. What do you think about the Texas education system? Will the boys go to public or private school? I think just in general, the education system is like, just coming from being a teacher, I know that they care about test scores. They care about performance. They care about test scores. They care about teaching the children according to the test. I just think that the public school system has a lot of more work that needs to be done, and I just want to do private. We have an 18-month-old boy, and we're trying again. How are you managing with 2 babies and no help? If you watch that other video with the Nexplanon, I kind of briefly talked about like that being some of the reason for my depression. So it is a lot. So I would not recommend anyone to have 2 small children by themselves with no help. Now that Terrell's been here, y'all, it's been a whole lot easier, and he's been a help, like not having to always keep your eyes on the kids every second of the day, like even before you use the restroom, even before you do anything, like having no alone time. It is not something to want. Like, I think that having children is a joint thing. That's why it takes a man and a woman to have a child, and I think a man and a woman need to be able to raise their child together, and they both need to be putting in the help and the support, because it is a lot on one person, and I would not recommend it to anyone. So even like if you're even if you're like a single parent, still ask for help, like from family members and everything like that, because it is hard raising children. It is hard. How do you manage with 2 babies when dad is not always around? That's kind of like the other question I just had. I just do it because I have to. But now that he's back home, I don't have to anymore. But I still kind of I'm used to it. And I guess just being a mom, once you have your babies, your mom instinct just kicks in, and like even though you're tired and everything, you just gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta do what you gotta do. What's the hardest thing about being a mom of 2 so close in age? Just the demand. They're so demanding at this age. They're not that independent. They need their diaper changed. They need their bottle made. They want to be held all the time. They want all the attention. It's not like they could just go up and play independently and just do their own thing. They can do it for a little while, but they just need a lot of supervision. So I think that's like the hardest part. I know once they get older and they grow, it'll be a lot easier. Like my nephews, I think they're like 3 and 4, and they're so chill. I'm like, I cannot wait until they're just a little bit more independent, so it won't be as hard. But I love the fact that they're so close in age, because they play with each other and they already have a little bond. I'm happy about the decision, but I just know that this part is just like this too shall pass moment. How long do the boys nap? Travell takes about a 2.5 to 3 hour nap every day, and then he'll take another like 3-hour nap. He takes 2 naps a day. And then Terrell, when he's at home, he'll take a 3-hour nap. My kids like to nap. They get it from their mama. Y'all, I can nap. I'm the napping queen. So my kids have no problems with napping. Sleep, thank God. How do you get over a picky eater? You tell me, because I don't know. Terrell is the most pickiest eater. And Travell, they're so picky. Like, if you ask me, I say just let them get their way. But if you ask their dad, he be trying to make them eat. I don't know. I just try to incorporate vegetables and stuff in things and sneak them in. Sometimes it works, most times it doesn't. What does a good day look like for you? Oh, that's a good question. A good day just to me is productive. I feel best when I get stuff done. When I wake up, I get myself looking good. Y'all, ooh, y'all should see. Ooh, y'all should see me on my bad days. Some days, y'all, ooh, Lord. But when I wake up, I get dressed, feel good, productive, get stuff done around the house, play with my babies, play with my man. That's a good day. What speech and language tools did you use to help Terrell with speaking more? I didn't really use any. He just did it on his own. I think I was a little too worried in the beginning, you know, because there's a range of when children reach their milestones. Not all kids are the same, and he just eventually just did it on his own. And I think daycare helped, and just being around other kids and everything, I think they help too. Do you advise anyone to have kids close in age or a few years apart? If you have the support and everything, I think having them back to back is not a problem. I wouldn't have had it so hard if Terrell was here from the beginning, because I like their age. I think they're so cute together, and I just think it's perfect, but it is a lot of work. So just do what's best for you. You know what you can handle, well, you kind of have an idea of what you can handle. So just do what's best for you. What do you want? How hard was it for you when you first gave birth, since it was your first time? It wasn't that hard. I mean, I had a little traumatic experience with the vacuum and everything, but I really didn't feel anything because I had the epidural. I recommend getting an epidural, but I know some people want to do it the natural way. They want to feel the pain. No, I don't want to feel the pain. I didn't feel the pain. Second baby, I didn't feel the pain, so it wasn't that hard. Other than the contractions and everything. My birthing experience, it wasn't that bad. I'm glad I didn't feel any pain. How do you find time to manage YouTube and being a mommy? Nap time and when they go to sleep. I edit during nap time and when they go to sleep. I film like sit down videos. I could film those during nap time, like vlogging and everything. I could do that with the kids. So that's why I think this is a pretty good job for moms, because you can work and be a mom at the same time. Don't have a question, just want to say you rock 2 under 2. Thank you. What is your daily schedule? What is your daily schedule, mama? So my daily schedule just is very flexible. Basically, just make sure we wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, take Terrell to school, come back home, and I'm usually just playing with Travell for a little while until he takes his nap. And then once he takes his nap, that's when I try to get my work done. Then when he wakes up, I'll be cleaning around the house while he plays around, and then just doing things around the house or running errands during that time until it's time to pick up Terrell from school. And then after we get Terrell from school, we eat our dinner and everything, and then we do our nighttime routine. And then once they go to sleep, then I'll do a little bit more work sometime, or I'll just go back to sleep, or I'll just go straight to sleep, I mean. Do you limit TV time for the boys? No, I don't. I should. They watch entirely too much TV. I should, definitely. I try to sometimes. Sometimes I OD on the TV and I'm like, okay, we need to stop and we need to go upstairs and play in that playroom that I've had made for them and they barely use. I need to just, that's something I'm working on as a mother, is limiting TV time and letting them entertain themselves, because when the TV's not on, they don't be worried about it. They still play around and stuff. So I just need to implement that more, because I know too much TV is not good. When did TJ start to show interest of reading books or actually paying attention? It was definitely after he was 1. It was definitely after he was 1. I do not remember, y'all. maybe like 1.5. Any tips on breastfeeding, keeping a good supply? Drink a lot of water. You gotta drink a lot of water and eat a lot of good whole foods, and that should help a lot. How do you make it through the tantrums with a newborn? Do you just let him cry it out? Oh, with a newborn? With the newborn tantrums? Newborns don't have tantrums, they just have needs. Look, I sound like one of the mommy people. Newborns don't have tantrums, they have needs, okay? They just got into the world, they're new to this, so of course they're gonna be in shock. Nah, but newborns cry, they cry. They cry when they're hungry, they cry when they're wet, and they cry when they just wanna be held. And that first 3 months, you're just gonna have to deal with it, and you're just gonna pretty much have to let them get their way. I didn't really let them cry it out when they were newborns. When they got older, yeah, like when they started sleeping in their own rooms and everything, when I put them to sleep and everything, and that was after 3 months, definitely after 3 months. So after 3 months, that's when I let them cry it out. Like nowadays, I'll put Terrell in that bed if it's nap time, he ate, I know he good, and I know that he's sleepy, he's just crying and putting up a fuss, he'll go in that room and he can cry as long as he wants to. That sounds bad, but yeah. But when they were newborns, I could not take it, y'all. They're crying, the little baby voice, I feel bad for them. And no, not my babies. I don't let my babies cry it out when they're little. But now, they can cry it out all they want. How do you feed your kiddos after they turn one? No one warn me of the appetite. They do like a lot of snacks. I know they like a lot of snacks. So I just always have snacks on deck, and I don't know. I just feed him during. I give him breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then feed him in between snacks. They do want a lot. I just think they eat when they're bored, because they don't have that big of stomachs, but they always want food. They're always food. How did you get them to sleep in the same room? I'm gonna make a video on that. As a mom of two, how do you feel? Do you feel overwhelmed sometimes? Yes, I do a lot of the times, y'all. That's something that I'm struggling with still. I deal with anxiety, so during the moments when I feel overwhelmed, my body reacts to it too. So I start to sweat and my heart starts to race. So I just try to stay. I just try to stay leveled. I try to just speak positivity and just try to stay calm. Lately, I've been getting a lot better with it. But yes, I do get overwhelmed. It's just stressful having 2 little children that have needs. Like it just be moments like, let's say one kid has an accident and the other kid is just trying to crawl on you, and then you try to not to have the poop, and things happen, and it's just, it's a lot, and it's stressful, and yes, I get overwhelmed. How did you balance 2 under 2 and keeping your sanity? I'm freaking out. I freak out a lot. How long did it take for baby Terrell to get his first tooth? Y'all, Terrell took a long time. I think he was like 9-10 months when he first got his teeth. Travell got his teeth way earlier. What was he, like 6 months? I'm sorry, I don't ever remember things. Like, y'all always ask me, how old was this baby when this and this and that? I don't remember. I just have like a estimate. How did you get the boys on a good sleeping schedule? I started them when they were like 4 months, and I made sure to put them in their room, in their cribs for naps every single day. We don't skip nap. First of all, you as a mother, you need to encourage naps. They need naps to grow and everything. Make your kids sleep. You have to make them do things sometimes that's in the best interest for them, because they need naps at this age. Like, I think until like 4, they need naps. Or 3, is it 3 or 4? They need naps for their brains, you know? So I just make it, they have to nap. And once you put them in their room and they cry a little bit, eventually they'll go to sleep. So I just make it a part of the habit that they have to nap every single day, and they got to sleep in their own beds. You're not sleeping in the bed with me anymore. How tough was the decision to stop working and be a stay-at-home mom? I don't know. I find it comical because it was not tough at all. I was ready to stop. I don't like to work. I mean, I work a lot. Like YouTube is a full-time, it's way more than a full-time job. It's a lot of work, but I like to be at home and I don't want to go to work. So it wasn't a tough decision at all. It wasn't a tough decision at all. Was sleep training hard with both of them sharing a room? No, it wasn't. Thankfully, whenever Travell first started his sleep training, Terrell was out of town with his grandma for like 2 weeks. So once Terrell came back, they just got in the same room together, and they're both pretty good at falling asleep. So they may distract each other for a little while. Sometimes nowadays they'll play and they'll talk to each other, but eventually they'll just go back to sleep. How old were the boys when you gave them baby food? Probably like 5 months. I started giving them the little purees. 4 or 5 months, maybe like 5 or 6 months. 5 months, yeah, about 5 months when I started giving them the purees. Tougher stage for you? Oh, which stage was tougher for me? The newborn with toddlers or 2 almost toddlers? I don't know. Cause I feel like now it's getting a little easier. Travell was born in August, September, October, November, December. So around December, when he was like 4 months, December, January, February, those were the hardest times for me. I don't know why, but around that time it was really hard for me. But when he was a first newborn, it was pretty easy because he slept a lot. But around that 4, 5, 6 month time, it was hard. But now it's getting a little easier. So I don't know what stage that is. It was like the in-between of the newborn and this stage. Tips on the daycare search. We just Googled and we looked at the reviews and we looked at the curriculum and the things that they offered, the features that they had and everything. We wanted him to go to not necessarily a daycare, but somewhere that was kind of an educational setting. So it wasn't that many options to choose from, especially like the good ones. It wasn't that many options to choose from. So from those options, we just looked at the reviews. Tips on taking a toddler to the dentist. Well, you gotta do it. Just do it. And just start them off young. Like, just start them off young so they can get used to going to the dentist. And when they first go, their dentist visit isn't even that bad. They're just brushing their teeth and they're putting fluoride on there, so it's not even that bad. And the dentist I go to, they make you hold the baby in your lap so that the baby can be comfortable. So it shouldn't even be that bad. Just, you're gonna be there to comfort them and to help the dentist out. So it's really not that bad. Did Terrell ever get over all the sickness from starting school? Yes, finally, y'all. The first few months was so hard, brutal, and yeah, he's fingers crossed, because he did have a few more times after that he got sick, but he's been doing good so far. He's been doing good, but unfortunately, him and his brother, they passed cold. So once Terrell is good, then Travell is sick for a week, and then he'll pass it back, and it's just a lot. But he's doing way better, and I've been giving him elderberry gummies, and he's been taking his multivitamins every single day, so that's been helping as well. Did you have feeding schedules when your baby started solids? Y'all, I'm not really like that mom. I'm not organized. I don't have schedules. I don't have everything under control. I'm just trying to survive. So no, I'm just trying to survive, y'all. How do you keep your boys sleep all night? I think I'll talk about that more in that sleeping video, but once they were like 4 months, they just started sleeping through the night. I just make sure they're full before they go to sleep, and they're used to it. You just gotta not enable them. I know some parents, they won't give their children a chance to do it. Like, it's natural human nature to sleep through the night. Like, the more you allow your child to control their sleep, the more they'll get used to, am I making sense? The more you allow them to get over on you, the more they'll get used to it and do it. Like, let's say I was still breastfeeding and I would let them wake up in the middle of the night and they're gonna keep on doing it because that's what they're comfortable with. And as long as you provide it, and as long as you provide the opportunity, you right there for them to wake up in the middle of the night and keep breastfeeding, wake up in the middle of the night, keep breastfeeding or feeding and eating, they're gonna do it. But once you say no, you get in this bed. Like, that's why I did sleep training. I have a sleep training video, and that's what I did for both of the boys. Once you start training them and tell them like, you're gonna go to sleep and I'm not gonna come back in this room until the morning time, then they'll adjust. Babies and little toddlers, they adjust easily, and it's good to have them adjust and get used to those habits at a young age, because the longer you wait, the older they get, the harder it is. So just start. So I'm definitely an advocate for sleep training. It has helped. I know some people don't do it, but man, sleep training is life. It makes your life so much easier. What is the most rewarding thing about being a mommy to the boys? They are just, y'all, like, I never thought I could feel love like this. Like, this is the greatest love. It's unconditional. You just, once you have children, it's just, your heart is just, it just overflows with love, and you just love them so much through everything. Like, just looking at them doing everything, walking, talking, being cute, like saying little cute stuff and just surprising you, and just all those little moments is just so rewarding. And just seeing them every day, like, I birthed you, you're my child, you came from me. So like 2 years ago you weren't here, now you're here. Like, this is kind of scary, kind of freaky, but it's amazing, and I love you. And I just love my kids so much, and everything about them is rewarding, and they're just, I just love them. I just love them. Everything. Did your boobs go back to normal after breastfeeding? Mine didn't. Yeah, unfortunately. Y'all, when I was breastfeeding, my titties were so big and voluptuous, and now they're just, actually they shrunk down even more, unfortunately. I never really had titties, and I never will again, probably. Now that Big Terrell is home, will you start to make time for yourself? Definitely. Definitely. That is top priority. I've already started to do more things, like just take more pride in myself and my looks, getting dressed, trying to get back to how I used to be. Yeah, getting my nails done more often, getting away from the kids when I can. Yes, definitely. Do you plan on having a mom alone date to yourself or with some mom friends? Yes, definitely. I want to start doing more stuff like that, because I think it's very important, a balance. You know, I don't want my identity to just be being a mother. How has being a boy mom been treating you? I love it. It's low maintenance. I don't have to worry about doing hair and everything. Although I would love to have a little daughter and dress her up and the cute little bows and everything. Y'all, her wardrobe would be like, oh man. You see, that's why it's probably good that I don't have a daughter, because I would just be spending so much money on her. I already like spoil the boys so much, but a girl, she would have everything, y'all. Her little cute outfits, bows to match everything, like little shoes, little jelly sandals, just, oh, she would be so cute. But I love it. Look, I'm talking about being a girl mom, but I love being a boy mom. Boys are just, they're so rough. That's one thing about boys. They give you a little heart attack every 5 minutes, because they're always falling, they're always running to stuff, they're always tackling, and just, they're so rough. But having boys is good. It's always entertaining, always. Taking any trips with the kids? We're supposed to be going to San Antonio. We're going to SeaWorld. So that's gonna be a little trip. And we might go to like an indoor water park. Kalahara is something I was looking at. It's like the world's biggest indoor water park. So I might do that. All right, you guys, we're about to end the video right here. Thank you guys so much for sending in your mommy questions. We're gonna have to do another one of these Q&As, because it was a lot of questions that I wasn't able to get to, but I didn't want this video to be super long. I might even still have to split this video in half, but I appreciate everybody who sent in your questions. I hope this video was helpful, and we'll definitely be doing more mommy Q&As and other type of Q&As very soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.